JHK here for South China Morning Post, SCMP MMA, and right now I'm joined by Bellator light heavyweight contender Anthony Rumble Johnson. He's in the hotel chilling. What's going on, Rumble?
What's up, boss? How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Let's jump right into it. Last week it was announced that Yoel Romero was forced out the fight, man, and he has some issues with his eye. It seems like. Did you find out with the rest of us, or did you know beforehand?
You know what? No, I found out, and 5 minutes later was I literally within 5 minutes, dude. Like the rest of the world knew. It was so crazy. And whatever his issues are that he's going through, I hope they work out. Hope that man can fight again one day.
Definitely. Now, when you heard it, what was your initial reaction? Were you thinking like, okay, they got to get a replacement, or were you thinking like, maybe we should delay this? Because a lot of people want to see this fight.
I never wanted to delay it.
Mhm,
I was just, man. You know how it is, how the brain
mhm,
works. When you hear
mhm.
something, a million things can run through your head in about 3 seconds. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So that's exactly what happened. I was like, what is it? You know, it, I was like, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
mhm,
Some people say it's this, some people say it's that, but that's usually just people talking. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I take it for what it is and keep moving. Obviously, like most big fights, the ones that people expect to happen
Yeah,
usually, you know,
yeah,
don't happen, you know what I mean? And it,
yeah,
it always ends up not happening at the last minute. So yeah, man, it is what it is. And um I wish I could fight him,
mhm,
this weekend, but I got another opponent in Jose who is on a 5 fight win streak. You know what I mean? He's
yeah,
to me, he's more dangerous than Yoel. This
mhm,
man has everything to gain and nothing to lose, you know. And there were other fighters that wanted to fight me and step in, but that time will come when if they want some sauce, they'll get it.
can you tell me any names who wanted to?
They're not worth mentioning to me.
All right,
You know what I
all right.
mean? If they want some love or some marketing or PR, they gotta put in the work to get to where I'm at for me to send them a shout out like that.
For sure. I understand you. Now, man, you're immersed in fight week for the first time since 2017, and it's different. You're under COVID protocol environment, the limited contact with people. Is it something that plays into your favor since it's been so long?
You know what? I have no idea. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I have no idea. We'll see. This is different because life is different for everybody right now. It's very strange that it has to be like this, but it's necessary. And Bellator and Viacom are doing, and Mohegan Sun are doing everything they can to make sure everybody's safe. And I'm not used to being locked in a room. This is just a nice jail cell, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. It's just a very nice jail cell. We can't really leave the room unless we have to. And I don't mind the downtime, the chill time. You know what I mean? To me, it's
Yeah.
just rest and recovery right now. I've been thinking of the fight, but not too much. I don't let it take over my thoughts. You know what I mean? I'm this at this point in my life, I'm so relaxed and comfortable with everything going on, and I'm in such a good place. It doesn't bother me.
In your mind, is it like deja vu, like any other fight week? When you're preparing for, it doesn't matter who the face is, just it's the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. It doesn't matter who the face is. I come to fight no matter what.
Mhm.
I know my style. Um, so it is what it is. I usually make people. Most people have to adjust to my style.
Mhm.
They have to watch out for me because you blink your eyes, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm just here to fight. You know what I mean? I've
Mhm.
been going for 4 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to fight. I want to fight. I'm excited to fight. The fans are excited to see me fight, and to me, that's very surprising because it seems like people are ready to see me come back more than they were, you know, happy to see me leave.
Mhm.
So I'm just embracing this moment right now.
Oh, definitely, man. I don't think people are happy to see you leave at all, man. I think people are like,
It was
man, this
needed.
guy has so many more fights in him.
Yeah, it was needed. You know, to me, I left on my own terms.
Mm,
You know, I didn't leave on, you know, anybody else's terms from being knocked out too much or too many losses. You know what I mean? Or I had beef with the organization or anything like that. I left on my terms. I left, even though I didn't win the title. I left. I feel like I left at the top. You know, I'm back now after resting, recovery, living my life a little bit. I got fat and happy. Now I'm back down to being slim and lean, mean fighting machine. And I just feel like a new person. You know
mm.
what I mean? Once again, I'm just so much happier. My head is so much more clear than it was before. I'm better. I'm just a better overall individual now. So I think the person now is much more dangerous than the person you guys saw before.
Barros, man, he's a striker. He's coming in on 8 days notice. Like you said, he has nothing to lose. What do you think are the challenges for yourself in fighting a guy like that?
Everything, everything. I mean, 5 fight win streak. He comes from an awesome academy. What is the Pitbull brothers or whatever? And I like those guys. I'm a fan of them. You know what I mean? So he's just dangerous. He's pretty good on the ground. His stand up is pretty good. He's a threat. He's a threat. No matter what, man, he's a threat. But he's a challenge. I look forward to that, and I think it's going to be a good fight. I saw him earlier today,
Mhm,
you know, and I shook his hand, gave him a hug, and I thanked him for taking the fight because he didn't have to. He
mhm,
didn't have to. They could have picked anybody, or they could have pushed my fight back. And they actually asked me um, to. They had an opponent in mind, but it just wasn't worth my time,
mhm,
you know, or the effort. Um, or they said I can fight Yoel in July, but I'm like, I'm not waiting
mhm.
till July, and I don't put in all this work to fight, Yoel. So, you know, big props to Jose, man, for stepping up, man. I have so much respect for that man just for doing that because that's not just dangerous for me, it's dangerous for him, but it's such a big opportunity for him, you know. And one other thing, the dude that was an alternate
Mhm.
for the tournament, I think he's a dumbass, because if you know you're an alternate
Yeah.
and you don't step up at a time like this, whenever this is one of the biggest opportunities. At the end of the day, you win $1 million at the tournament if you win the whole thing. Like, who wouldn't take that chance? You know, I think he's stupid for doing that. I'm just being brutally honest about it. That's just not a smart move on his part. That's a missed opportunity on his part. And I always um, I can always respect a man who steps in at the last minute to take that challenge. You know what I mean? And but I don't um I can't say I don't respect, but I'm not too crazy or fond of somebody who understands the situation, know the consequences of being in such a big event and not being prepared whenever you know that there's a good chance that you may get that phone call within 2 or 3 weeks notice, you know what I'm saying? And within the time span that you fought last. And to let that opportunity pass by, I think that's just such a stupid thing to do. When doors are open, man, you got most of the time you gotta walk through it and take your
Yeah.
chance. And he missed out on his opportunity, but that's on him.
Especially in this wacky world of MMA,
Yeah,
man. You don't know
exactly.
what's gonna happen, and like you said, you gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready, especially with $1 million too. Yeah, you're right. It's a huge missed
Try it.
opportunity for the
Why,
alternate.
why not try it? You may get that. It's always a puncher's chance whenever it comes
Mhm,
to fighting.
mhm.
And if you're not ballsy enough to take that puncher's chance, you don't need to be in the sport.
We know you're at one of the greatest camps on planet Earth, greatest coaches out there. Was there anything surprising that for yourself, in this lead up, like you surprised yourself in training where you're like, damn, I'm looking good.
I feel good. I'll put it that way. I feel
Mhm.
good. You know, I can definitely tell I'm not 33. You know what I mean? At 34. Um, I feel, man, I feel great. I feel so ready. When I say I can tell I'm not 33 and all of that. I don't feel like I'm near as fast as I once was, but my teammates and my coaches are telling me that I'm just as fast as I was, as when I left. And I guess I got to give props to that layoff. You know what I mean? Of recovery, and now I'm getting back in it, and everything's firing again. So nothing really surprised me, except for what they said. You know, when I see the videos and stuff of sparring and moving around, I mean, everything looks like it's still clicking.
Mhm.
I don't look like I missed a beat. But I've been off for 4 years, so I just got to keep it going. You know what I mean, and get my motor going even more. And I think that with the time off, I think Friday I'll be able to display how the time off has helped me, and I think you guys are going to be in for a great show.
Just hearing that, it's a scary, scary thing right there, man, because we know what you can do. We know what you bring. So,
Stepping away from the game was great, man. It just helped me out
Mhm,
mentally, and physically, and spiritually,
mhm,
man. All the above, like that. Um, I think every fighter, if they have that urge to step away just to have your time to yourself and recover and all that other stuff, that's what you need to do, man.
mhm.
Don't wait till somebody tells you. If it's not in your heart, to step away, then don't step away. But if it starts entering your head and your heart and all that stuff, you probably need to step away for a little bit and recoup. And then if you feel like going back at it and you have the time, then do that.
Bellator 258, man. Rumble returns. Violence is imminent. How do you see yourself getting your hand raised?
I just want it raised with the
Mhm,
with the W behind it. I don't
mhm,
care if it's a knockout. I don't care if it's just a a win is a win.
mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's all I look forward to. I just look forward to winning, and whatever happens, happens, as long as I win.
Flying triangle.
I mean, your boy got some stuff. No, I'm just playing. Nah, man. I mean, I'm not. Everybody think I'm a scrub in submissions and grappling or whatever, and that's fine with
Mhm,
me. I never tried to, display my grappling skills, but I know where I'm at, and my
mhm,
teammates know where I'm at, and the people who have worked with me, they know where I'm at. They know I can hold my own whenever I need to. Um, like I said, I'm not that same person as I was back in the day. Because back in the day, man, when people would take me down, which it wasn't many people, you had to
mhm,
be, an elite wrestler to take me down. Once I was on the ground, man, I was instantly bored because I was like, the fans don't want to see this; they want to see a fight. So I'm like, go ahead, man, get it and just get it over with, kind of. Whenever I would lose to the same submission, rear naked choke, I'm like, this ain't a fight. This is something else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no man on my back. Just go ahead and get the submission and get off me. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm just a different person. Nobody's getting anything easy now.
Man, I can't wait. May 7th, Bellator 258. The Grand Prix starts. Man, it's going to be incredible. Thank you so much for the time, Rumble. I
No problem.
appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Take a move in the rain.